All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to day number 58 of Grinding Until I'm a Millionaire. These are just my daily check-ins to see just to share with you what I've done to move the needle forward, get closer to that goal of becoming a millionaire. I'm 27. I got a long ways to go. I'm broke, bro. I'm broke and I'm struggling, but I know that what I'm doing will eventually pay off. So every day I'm just going to be checking in, and it's 2:32 a.m. day 58. Today, what the goal today was to film my that video that I talked about last night. So it's just a free training video. I talk about 3 secrets from Expert Secrets or .com secrets. I can't remember which one. And break some false beliefs, get people motivated and inspired to buy into my opportunity vehicle. My opportunity vehicle, instead of a $2,000 course, which is what like it should be with this kind of webinar flow, it should be selling a high ticket item. My opportunity vehicle is a $9.99 a month channel membership because I'm trying to grow those. I think I've only got 4 channel members on my main channel, which is a bit silly. But the ratio is about right. Like my YouTube rival has twice the subscribers as me and twice the channel members. So he only has 8. And he has so many different tiers. I don't even know what his what all 8 of those are. They're not the highest tier. And so anyway, I don't know. But I know that this will probably get me some more channel members. And that's what I want to grow to. Like if I just get... YouTube takes a good portion of everything, but I need to get, imagine 20 channel members paying me $10 a month. I'm going to keep 160 of that. Like, that's pretty cool. Just add that on there. I just want to keep growing that channel, that reoccurring revenue. Brunson talked about it in Linchpin. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to work on. So I'm uploading this video right now, actually. 73% uploaded. I filmed it just now. I didn't get to it all day. It's stressful. Just here, this living situation, we're trying to get it figured out and figure out what's going on. And so today was a lot of personal stuff instead of working on this stuff, which is definitely frustrating, but this will always be here to work on. So that stuff was really important to handle. I'm just now getting to it. I started at 150, started filming it, and just got done. It ended up being about 40 minutes long. It flowed pretty good, surprisingly good. I've been using OBS with just a screen share and then just flipping through, hit record, just like I'm doing these videos on OBS. The camera I have in front of me films in 6K RAW, huge files, like ridiculous files. And if I film this talking for 20-30 minutes and put it into Premiere, won't even handle it right now because my MacBook Pro isn't good enough for these files. So that's fun. Put it in Resolve, then cut it up, and then color grade. It's just so much easier to screen record OBS and just use that footage. It's going to be 1080p. It's not going to be 6K, but it's cool. Do you guys really care? I doubt it. A lot of you guys are just listening to this anyway. So anyway, that's been the workflow. And I did the same thing with recording that video. I just screen recorded and recorded it from OBS instead of what I did with the first one. Is I screen recorded the keynote, or recorded the keynote internally with Keynote, then exported that as 4K, and then recorded on here as 4K, and then I cut it up. I had different presets. I'd cut it to just me when I was talking, and then the screen share when I was screen sharing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. Everything's going to be on the screen. We'll break it down. I know there's a way to do this better. Like this training video, I think it's a bit overkill because I'm talking about everything. I stack everything up at the end. I'm like, look, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this valued at this. This is the total value, but I'm not going to charge you that. I'm not even going to charge you this. I'm going to charge you $10 a month. And they're like, what the hell? I thought this was what the hell? $10 a month, all that for $10 a month. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. I really hope they just get some value from it nonetheless, and then maybe they want to become a channel member. They're interested in those perks that I'm saying, and a lot of the perks that they get for becoming a channel member aren't there yet. So I've got to make sure I'm disciplined building it. Like half of it is, there's different things. Every week I'm adding a new how-to video. Got the channel set up in the Discord. Like those weren't there for some of the people who joined recently, and so anyway, we're building it out as I go, but that's what I worked on there. I went back up to Phoenix to get the motorcycle parts. I spent a lot of the time driving. It's like an hour each way to go get the motorcycle parts, and then I spent the rest of the night down there twisting wrenches and getting the motorcycle figured out. There's a lot going on with it, but got the gas tank off, got everything pulled out, drained the gas tank, changed the stator, got the stator put back in, got everything put back together. So it was like a big project. Now I need to push it over to the gas station, get some gas, and I need more oil. I didn't buy enough oil for it, so put some oil in. But I spent a lot of time doing that. The reason for that is that, well, my car's broken. My car's not even here. And when I get my car, I figure it's going to take me a few days to pull it apart, see where it's leaking from, figure out what that leak is. Then it's going to take me a few more days. Then I'll order the parts if I can afford them, depending on what it is. We'll order the parts. And then it's going to take a few days for the parts to get here. Then it's going to take a few days for me to actually put the parts on the car and get the car going. Like, I don't know. Antifreeze stuff isn't that bad, but it's annoying. You've got to drain it. You got to refill it. You got to burp the system. You got to make sure you get all the air out. And then you got to fill it. And it's just a headache dealing with that. And a lot of it's stupid hoses and stupid clamps, stupid tight spaces. So I'm not excited to do that, but I know that it's what I got to do. Like, it sucks not having a car right now. It really sucks. I haven't been without a car like ever in my life, and so I'm like scrambling to fix the bike up. I'm like, you know what, I don't have the motorcycle endorsement, but I'll fix the bike up, and like I'll just take that to work. It's fine. I'll take it to work. It's a 10-minute drive. Like, I'm fine. I don't have to get on the interstate. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's the rough plan, because I imagine there's going to be about a week to 2 weeks where I don't have my car while I'm fixing it and getting it put back together. And so I need something in the meantime, and maybe it'll be really easy to get my motorcycle endorsement, but I'm just trying to get it put together and get to work on that thing, because I don't want to walk. If I Uber, it's like $20-$30 to Uber one way to work, $20-$30 to come back. Like, I'm spending $50 to $60 or $40 to $60 on just Uber prices. So that means I have to make more than $60 for the day, or I'm negative, and I need to make a lot more than $60 a day if I'm spending it on Uber. So that whole thing's stressing me out. Like, I would just much rather walk, but then that's an extra 2 hours. Like, I don't know. I imagine it's an hour walk, 40 minutes maybe. That's a lot of time that I'm not getting to spend on what I'm doing. So is it worth that $20 for how much time I'd save? I don't know. It's hard to say. I'll figure it out over the next few days. I mean, shit, I could rent a car for $20-$30 a day. So why Ubering's ridiculous? I just rent a damn car on the days that I need to. I don't know. Still trying to figure all that out. We'll see what happens Monday. The company that's supposed to ship the car from where it's broken down at to here texted me today. He's like, hey, I found a driver. We'll pick it up on Monday. I'm like, awesome. And he's like, yeah, great. It'll be dropped off by this time. And I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, but the driver wants $25 more than we agreed on. And I was like, okay, well, didn't we agree on $150? And he's like, yeah, but the driver is saying, I'm like, okay, well, are you going to find somebody who'll do it for $150 like we agreed on, or am I going to have to find somebody else? Because like, I went with them. We agreed on a price. We agreed on a time, $150 on Monday. It's going to be picked up and dropped off on Monday, $150. So for him to text me and say, actually $175 is disrespectful. He's like, is that okay? I was like, oh, is that the price we agreed on? No. Then no, it's not okay. Like, what the hell? I get it. If that was the initial conversation is like, hey, it's going to be around 150 sometimes to lock it in. It's going to be an extra $25, or sometimes certain drivers with a smaller trailer, like whatever, just give me a heads up. But if we agree on 150, my goddamn phone has been blowing up ever since that whole, like, ever since I put in my freaking phone number for that place. I've got everyone and their mom trying to get me to let them ship my car for me. So this guy is crazy to think like, I just text literally anybody else, say other people were cheaper than this guy. Stressing me out. It's like, hey man, oh my God. And then I went with Joey, took my dog to get ice cream because I was stressed. I got this shit going on here, and then the car and everything else I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, you know what? I just need some ice cream. There's a place close by I really like, good stuff. Took the dog. We went there. We walk in. I'm on the phone with my mom. Walk in, and the big lady behind the counter is like, sir, no dogs allowed. And I just like looked at her. I'm on the phone. First of all, don't interrupt me. I'm on the phone. Second of all, maybe like this is dumb, but I'm petty. I just stood there, kept talking on the phone. I looked at her. I was like, whatever. Told my dog to sit. My dog sat on my foot. We chilled and we waited for our turn. And then she like got mad. Then she came back. She's like, sir, you got to leave. You can't be here. And I just like looked at her. I'm like, okay. Maybe I even did this. I was like, I'm on the phone. And so we just stood there for a while. And then when it was our turn to go, we went up to the thing to order. You order it. You don't even need a person to order it. You just order it. And if you're dumb, they'll help you order. And we go up there and she flips it around. She's like, you can't be in here with the dog. And I'm like, look, we've been here like lots of times. This is not the first time. We've been in here probably 4 other times. We come here quite a bit since this damn place is open. She's been in here every single time. It's never an issue. Like, why is it such a big deal now? She's like, well, we just can't have dogs. I'm like, well, she's a service dog and it's never been an issue. So she's like, well, I wish you would have told me that before it became a big deal. I'm like, dude, I stood there for like 10 minutes on the phone minding my own business. I didn't make it a big deal. You made it a big deal. Like, I'm stressed. I'm angry. Just let me get my ice cream. We're going to leave. And then she got mad, and it's like, we got the ice cream and leave. And luckily my dog was being very well behaved. Like, she just sat there the whole time. Sometimes she gets excited and jumps up to try and say hi to people. But she didn't like this lady either. So she didn't even get excited, because that would have been bad if I'm there arguing with this lady about my service dog and my dog's like jumping up and down like an idiot. So anyway, that was fine. Just pissed me off, stressful, but got that video done. It's done uploading now. So what I'll do, I won't do it tonight because I got to get to bed. I'm super tired. 3 o'clock. It's going to be 3:30 by the time I get to sleep after I do the daily TikTok. I've got that video uploaded. Tomorrow I'm going to go through, I'm going to plug this video into as like a call to action into some of my emails, and then I'll set my email up so that it phases people out after that soap opera sequence. I don't want to be paying for people in my email list if I'm not actively selling to them. So I'm going to phase them out and cut that list down to under 1,000 so that it's cheaper for me. That's the goal here. And anyway, yeah, so get that video uploaded, get that set up, get that plugged in, and then phase out the people on ConvertKit so it's cheaper for me. That's kind of my goal tomorrow, is cut that down. If I have time when I'm looking at stuff, I've got to work, and I think I work a double, so depending on how much time I spend messing with the bike in the morning, I can get some of that done, and maybe I'll just get it all done at night. But that's on the to-do list. I want to get that done. Start, I got to cut out those expenses that I talked about. ConvertKit's going to be twice as much now with over 1,000 people. There's just other expenses that I'm going to go through and cut it out. And I started to do it yesterday or whatever. And that's when I was like, ConvertKit, I looked at the emails and I was like, wait, I need to sell them something. So then it gets me sidetracked. I do that all the time. I have one thing I need to do: cancel email subscription. And then I get to it and I'm like, you know what? Why don't I have this call to action and send them to this? And I'm like, oh man, I don't have that video yet. Why don't I make that video? So like the task I was going to do gets so built out with like other tasks that I think are important. And I think this was an important one. Maybe I'll figure out in a couple weeks that I just wasted all my time doing it, but you never know if you don't try. So I do that. I get distracted with a lot of different things and have a hard time keeping it together and focusing on what I need to do, because I take little detours. And this was a detour, but it was a good detour. I'm happy I did it. We'll see what the results are. I'm going to get off of here and go to bed. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep on grinding. We'll see you soon.